Bugsnax is one of those games where it feels like the person that came up with the idea is either a genius or someone who was sitting in a McDonald's parking lot in the dead of night tripping balls and was like, haha, what if Burger was alive? And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Young Horse's debut project was Octodad Dadliest Catch, which was a pretty unique game where you painstakingly control each limb of Octodad and try to do simple tasks most people can do, while trying not to ruin your disguise as a human. It did pretty well for them, selling almost 500,000 units after 1 year. Cut to 6 years later, during the PS5 Future of Gaming show, Young Horse's next project would be announced with a very strange concept of bugs that are also snacks. Holy shit, it's called Bugsnax. Most of the trailer has a catchy theme song playing throughout it, and immediately I knew this game was for me. Oh Jesus Christ! Never mind, I don't need psychological horror in my life. Unfortunately, this game fell in the same spot Sea of Stars did, where I wanted to play it really bad, but other games kept coming out to distract me away from my precious Bugsnax. But nothing is standing between me and shoving delicious bugs in my mouth any longer. This is easily one of the most unique games to come out in quite a while, and I'm excited to finally talk about it. So, stick around as I show you around the island of Bugsnax. You play as a journalist who is chasing their next big story. Thankfully, Lizbert is a fan of your work and sent you a film about a discovery she found on Snacktooth Island. You'll never guess what the discovery was. Hint, it starts with bug and ends with snack. Of course, our journalistic instinct is to head on over to Snacktooth and see this for yourself, along with getting an interview with Lizbert. Your journey, sucks ass at first. You get rammed by a goddamn pizza moth and then fucking die. Oh, never mind, we good, and oh my god, he's fucking dead! Oh no, he's also fine. After that rough start, Filbo will lead you to Snacksburg once he's rejuvenated from Bugsnax. What do you reckon their eyes taste like? The town is quite barren at first because all the Grumpuses left to do their own thing, and you're tasked with bringing the family back together and interviewing them to get one step closer to finding Lizbert. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, but yeah, she gone. Probably went to have a lovely picnic with her girlfriend. I'm so lonely. Despite the cute exterior the game portrays by making the Bugsnax cute, giving the Grumpuses silly names, and the overall art style, below that exterior is one of the deepest, darkest psychological horror games. There's drama in town, oh dear god. The reason why everyone left town is because they wanted to do their own thing, and everybody has beef with everybody. This shit deeper than Kendrick versus Drake. As you convince the Grumpuses to come back to Snacksburg by helping them out, you mostly just fatten them up with Bugsnax. You'll get rewards for finishing their missions and interviewing them, which will help solve the mystery of where Lizbert went. Completing side quests will mainly get you new things to decorate your hut. Oh my god, it's so pretty. You shouldn't have. Now, onto the actual gameplay of Bugsnax. You're introduced to the bugs in the very start to help Filbo, and at the beginning they are very easy to catch. You just place a trap and hide until it comes out and capture it, or you just simply nab them with a net. As the story progresses and additional areas unlock, more gadgets will be added to your arsenal, which help you get more snacks, and the way you catch them also becomes more complex, almost like a puzzle. Some will require you to use the environment to make it so they don't freeze or burn you when trying to grab them, or sometimes two Bugsnax need to crash into one another to scoop them up. It's nice that most Bugsnax are caught in different but similar ways, and by that I mean the Bubsicle and Charmello both need to be put in water. However, the way you do it is slightly different, or putting your trap down but needing to cover it in sauce to lure a snack towards said trap. It's minor differences like that that kept the gameplay loop from getting boring to me, and it's just fun to hear the cute ways all the Bugsnax say their name. I felt like a child because I let out a little laugh every time I ran across a new one. How am I supposed to not enjoy running around and hearing? I want to loop back around and talk about side quests again because it's more than just getting a reward. Every Grumpus has their own thing to do. Chandlo wants to get buff, Triffany wants to find out what happened to her grandma. Oh my god, she's dead. And Floofty wants Bugsnax to take control of her body. I wasn't really intrigued in any of the individual stories aside from the ones that I actually finished, which were Triffany's, Snorpy's, and Chandlo's. Well, you kind of have to do Snorpy and Chandlo's to unlock the DLC, but I would have done them anyway. At the end of some quests, the character will say they heard about a large Bugsnax, or a big snack if you will, and once you track it down, a boss fight ensues. Once you figured out its gimmick, they become relatively easy. The ones I did didn't really feel like a threat, which, I mean, none of the smaller ones can actually hurt you either, but it would have been nice if they had something that could interfere with you instead of just getting bopped by rocks and not really doing much. I was quite surprised in the October 2021 State of Play that Bugsnax would show up again and was getting a free content update called the Isle of Bugsnax, which came out 6 months later and was a pretty pleasant add-on to the game. As I mentioned before, you'll need to do Snorpy and Chandlo side quests to activate it, but they don't mention until you've started the Isle of Bugsnax quest that you also need to complete Triffany's, Shelda's, and Floofty side quests as well. Once all that busy work is out of the way, you're free to head to the island, which has a much different vibe than Snacktooth. It's a hell of a lot more older and filled with mystery, like why are the snacks big, how did they get big, and how the hell did they live underwater for who knows how many years. You'll get to know the Grumpuses even better during your time on the island. The four of them really didn't get along with each other, mainly Floofty. Yeah, how does that feel, you dumb bitch? But as you help them discover the mysteries of Bugsnax, they'll begin to realize they need help from one another, and they'll just chat by the fire in some nice one-on-one conversations. Meaning that Floofty will be a bitch no longer, which is a win for everyone involved. The gameplay is a bit less fun than the base game because it's not really a puzzle to figure out how to get each of the snacks since most are just big versions of pre-existing ones. Once you shrink them down using Shrink Spice, you just catch them how you usually would. I personally was wishing for a bit more variety. I still enjoyed it because it was more Bugsnax, I was just hoping for something more to switch it up. Bugsnax may just be the game of the millennia, there's nothing quite like it. Games like this occupy a space in my brain where it's hard to forget them because of how unique of an idea it is. Granted, the game itself is nothing extraordinary, but it's a nice, cozy, fun game, and that's all I really need sometimes. I'm very excited to see what Young Horse's next game is, and hope it can even have half the creativity of Bugsnax, which I have no doubt it will since they're 2 for 2 so far. Anyway, that does it for this video.